Hey guys, welcome back to Storytime with Juliet. We're gonna do it where we left off. Let me get it on. Okay. Storytime with Juliet starts. Blastoise can handle those three, she said in a steady voice. Ash looked out to see Blastoise was sinking. Blastoise was sinking beneath the water, pulled down the weight of the sub. Then it was gone. Ash, Missy, Tracy, and Pikachu started in shock, hoping to see the giant Pokemon reappear, but there was nothing. Are you sure we wouldn't try to do something? Missy asked. I'm sure, said Kissy. At the very moment the waters exploded, Blastoise came whirling up out of the sea, pulling the submarine and Team Rocket with it. The net ripped away as if it were made of paper. Blastoise was free. I guess you were right, Ash explained. Told you, Kissy smiled. Those guys never learn, Ash said, shaking his head. Pikachu, go! Pikachu, go! Pikachu dashed to the water. It turned its lightning bolt tail to the water and dipped it into the tide. Crack! Electric shock across the water's surface and lit up Team Rocket like a Christmas tree. Then Blastoise fired off a round of cannon blasts. The blasts blew the electric team sky high. They were nowhere to be seen. Looks like Team Rocket blasted off again, cheered Missy. Kissy found importantly, let's start this race. The damage, okay, said Ash. Get out there and do your best, Lapras. Kissy climbed on top of Blastoise. Well, get on already, Ash. On? Kissy grinned. The trainer stands on the Pokemon in the wave. Ride. If you fall off, you lose. Ash started at her in disbelief. stretching on the Pokemon. He hadn't realized he was supposed to ride on Lapras. Ash took a deep breath and climbed on Lapras's back. Bing bang! The starting gun fired. Ash almost immediately lost. He balanced, but he held himself steady. Try to move to the inside, Lapras, Ash shouted. He knew the inside track was the best place to be in a race. If he could get it, he'd round the marker faster. Don't let them Blastoise. Ash could hear Kissy shouted suddenly. Lapras shook as Blastoise traced into its side. Try for the inside again, Ash shouted to this Pokemon. This time Lapras smashed into Blastoise. You've got guts, spirit, but we've got strength. Kissy's voice slammed over the crashing waves. Bash and Blastoise. Hold on, guys. Hey, Ziggy. Play Pokemon music.
Pokemon X, 10 Years of Pokemon by Pokemon on Amazon Music.
There we go. The Pokemon came at Lapras from the side with a fairy. The power of the impact threw Ash off his feet and into the air. Ash is falling, screamed Missy, but Lapras swooped down with its big neck and snatched Ash out of mid-air. Nice catch, Lapras, Ash said. Kissy was rounding the marker. Ash had to catch up before she got too far ahead. He and Lapras rounded the marker and sped up behind Kissy. You're better than I thought you'd be, she shouted. You'd be, she shouted. So are you, Ash shouted back. They were neck and neck. Look out. Missy's scream cut through the air. Kissy, her kid brother shouted. Picket. Kissy and Ash turned to see a tidal wave racing behind them. Ash knew it would crash them in a matter of seconds. He braced before the impact. Then Lapras turned to face the emergencies wave. It opened its mouth and sent out a glowing orb of light. Ash was safe. Ice beam, nice work, Lapras, Ash said. But the water behind Kissy didn't freeze fast enough. It came crashing down on her. She and Blastoise hurled through the air. Kissy! Her brother was terrified. Far for Kissy. Its large shell rose up out of the water just in time for Kissy to land on it. You saved me, Blastoise, she said. Blastoise didn't miss a beat. It raced up next to Lapras and turned toward the finish line. Catch 'em all. Catch 'em all. Come on. See ya at the finish line, Kissy yelled to Ash as she pulled farther ahead. You gave me an idea, Lapras, Ash told the Pokemon. Aim an ice beam straight to the shore. Lapras opened its mouth and shot another golden orb across the water to the beach. A frozen path rose up from the water. Now get on top of the ice, Lapras, Ash commanded. Lapras leaped onto the ice. They took off at on an amazing speed. Gliding on the ice was 10 times faster than swimming. Ash and Lapras slid closer and closer to Kissy. Finally, they passed her, skating at top speed. Ash and Lapras slipped straight across the finish line and don't slow down until they crossed onto the beach. Pikachu jumped into Ash's arms. I guess we won't, Ash said. Probably. Kissy jumped off Blastoise. Great race, Ash, she said. Pretty smart using Lapras's ice beam. Yeah, chimed in her brother. That was really cool. I think you're gonna do pretty well in the Orange League. Kissy smiled at him. Ash beamed. He felt great. Kissy held out her hand. She held a pink coral shell with a blue stone in the middle. This is the coral eye badge of the Mikan gym. Kissy said, it's proof that you've won your match. It looks like a shell, Ash said. All the Orange League badges are shells, Kissy said. Ash took the badge from Kissy. He let out a cheer and shouted, "Championly, I won the Coral Eye badge, Sky High Gym. It feels like we've been out of the ocean for days." Ash mounted, riding on Lapras was fun, but we wanted to get to his next battle. We should see Naval Lands anytime now, Tracy said, scanning the horizon. Pikachu jumped up and down. Then it pointed in the distance, partly covered in clouds. A volcano-like mountain rose up from the ocean. There it is, Tracy said. Naval Land, home of the Sea Ruby badge. The Sea Ruby badge, Ash said dreamily. He could already picture it being handed to him instead. Ooh, on chapter 4. Oh, no. Okay. On its Lapras, soon they pulled up into the beach. Ash spotted a small village in the distance. "Let's see if anyone's there," he said. They walked along the beach. Then a voice came out of nowhere. "I bet you guys are looking for a gym battle." Ash spun around. A talented young man stood. Yeah, said Ash. "Well, you came to the right place. Nice to meet you." I'm Dan." "Hi, I'm Ash." Ash replied. Sorry about that. I just had to. I had anything in my teeth. Okay, guys, I can't control my tongue unless I'm talking. And saying, "Teeth for sale, teeth for sale." Nowhere. I bet you guys are looking for a gym battle. Ash spun around. Oh wait, we already did that. Well, you came. Replied. He shook Dan's hand, and these are my friends: Pikachu, Tracy, and Missy. Missy? Dan? Dan replied. When Ash introduced her, yeah, she said, sheer than so that's a very pretty name, Dan said. Missy blushed a little. Can you just take us to the gym? Ash asked. Insistently, my pleasure, Dan answered. Follow me. Who is he? Tracy asked. As they followed Dan down a long stone path. Best me. Ash stretched his shoulders. He must be here to challenge the gym leader too. That was my butt. Challenged the gym leader too. They hiked on for a while. Then Ash caught sight of an emergency stone wall. It looked like it was built destructively at the base of the huge mountain that they'd seen earlier. What's that? Ash asked, pointing up ahead. That's the entrance to the gym, Dan told him. They walked through two giant steel doors. Standing on the other side of the wall, Ash found himself looking straight up the biggest steps mountain he'd ever seen. I don't get it, he said softly. Where's the gym? Missy pointed to a cable car that ran all the way to the top of the mountain. I guess we have to take that cable car to the top. Maybe the gym is up there. Tracy was already reading a nearby sign that said, "Welcome, Pokemon trainers." Then he stopped and gave Ash a funny look. What? Ash was getting any. Tracy could not to read all challengers to the naval gym must first climb to the top of the mountain. Trainers must climb using their power alone. Any trainer who uses a Pokemon will be disqualified. Ash's Abers furrowed Ash. He tried to understand what Tracy had just read. Climb, he asked it in disbelief. Slowly, he turned his force upward toward the mountain. A long, thin, winding path moved ever higher to the top of the mountain. At last, he thought it did. The mountain top was so far up that it was hidden in the clouds. It also says Tracy cannot that those who accompany challengers should use the cable car. When Missy said in relief, so Ash swallowed hard. What you're saying is I have to climb it alone? Don't completely, said Dad. I'll be climbing too. Now, I'm just gonna go get a charger. You guys listen to the music. Okay, listen to the music. I'll be right back. Ziggy, stop the timer. Yeah, it's just playing Pokemon music. into the clouds. Ash stared up at the mountain. It didn't seem possible to climb such a steep slope. Actually, without the help of his Pokemon, Pikachu plunged to his shoulder, giving him a look of total confusion. You're right, Pikachu. I can do it. I can do it if I try, Ash said. Good luck, Ash, Tracy shouted to him from the cable car. Why do they get to take the cable car and he has to climb? Cable car. He and Missy were already ahead to the top. Be careful, Dan, Missy yelled out. Hey, what about me? Ash yelled back. You be careful too, Missy said. Dan stretched up the mountain. Ash took a deep breath and followed Pikachu climbed ahead, climbing back to Ash. They climbed and climbed until the mountain got so steep that Ash was clinging to its side, scaling it inch by inch. He made the mistake of looking down. Don't look down when you're at a high place. Please, it's scary. Looking down, and suddenly he felt very dizzy. It was a straight drop down. There were already clouds swirling around him. Ash closed his eyes and took a deep breath. One step at a time, he told himself as the reached out for him. Wait, I didn't show you the pictures. The next little rock he could grip, but that rock wasn't strong enough to hold him. Suddenly, Ash was falling backward through the sky. Help, he shouted. His arms and legs scrambled to find something to grab. Then the crashed against a rock lead. He grabbed the ledge and clung with all his might. Ash reached for a Pokeball. Bulbasaur, he choked out. Use your vine, Ash, Dan shouted to him from up above. Don't do it, Ash reminded. If he used his Pokemon, he'd be disqualified. He summoned up very bit of strength in his body and slowly crawled up onto the ledge. Then he began to climb step by step back up the mountain to where Pikachu waited. Finally, he and Pikachu caught up with Dan. They rested on a plateau big enough for the three of them. Ash was panting actually and revealed. I keep forgetting to show you guys the pictures. Let's go. Nice Pokemon music. Thanks, Dan, he said. I would have been disqualified without you. No problem, he said, cheerfully, ready to finish our climb. Hey, Ziggy, turn on Pokemon music.
Pokemon X, 10 Years of Pokemon by Pokemon on Amazon Music.
Thanks. No, wait. We're doing that. Thanks, Dad, he said. I would have been disqualified without you. No problem, he said cheerfully, ready to finish our climb. Dan asked Ash. Nobody, and the three headed upward once again. The step mountain gave way to a more grabbable incline, but now there was snow everywhere. Better cold winds lashed at Ash's skin. He rubbed his face in his collar. Pika, Pika, ah, Pika. Ash spun around. Pikachu was face down in the snow. Pikachu, Ash cried. How could he have let his Pokemon get so tired? Are you alright? Pikachu looked up at him, too frozen to speak. Ash ripped off his vest and quickly wrapped it around the Pokemon. This should help, Ash said. Don't worry, I'll hold you close and you'll get warm. No mountains going to beat us. Pika, it looked up at Ash with great admiration. Ash suddenly stopped, feeling sorry for himself. It was up to him to get them safely up the mountain. He picked up Pikachu and marched straight past Dan and brand new Damashton. His in his stead. Pokemon! And that is where we're going to start today. I will see you guys next time.